Hi everyone, I'm Ogichistan Shirkwai, and in this welcome to my channel. If you're new here, don't forget to click the subscribe button, also share my videos. Always drop your comments. Always drop your comments in the comment section, and please don't forget to share this video. Thank you. Alright, in this video, I will be talking about a very serious situation, the use of children as propaganda of war. That's a consistent killing of children, most especially when it comes to war, rioting, ethnic clashes, religious clashes, and all of that. Usually, women and children are the most vulnerable in issues like this. But recently, we've recorded a very high number of children that are victims of war, not just victims of war, but victims of situations that they know nothing about. They're constantly paying the price of what they absolutely know nothing about. As child protection and case management specialist, I find it deeply hurting when its screens are forcefully adorned with gory pictures of children affected by the devastating decisions of adults in different parts of the world. And apart from women, children continue to pay the ultimate price of the brutal war raging in the world today. Now, that are not only used to buy sympathy, but project bitter emotions. Yes, really bitter emotions in the hearts of the people. Children are constantly used as pawns in the heroic games of war, and the insidious exploitation of their innocence for selfish reasons is something really adults need to be ashamed of. Yes, we really need to be ashamed of it. Now, they are forcefully taken away from their parents, being kidnapped, tortured, and killed, while others die paying the price of what they do not know absolutely nothing about. Now, war in its consequences often brings about the unimaginable suffering of the most vulnerable, which are the children. Now, what are we doing about it? It's not all about taking sides. These innocent souls who should be shielded from the horror of conflict instead find themselves into the hearts of chaos and destruction. As parents, we shouldn't just sit back and just watch those pictures and say, okay, fine, this is the cause, or those, or this particular set of people are the cause of this, of the war or riot or whatever it may be. I think children deserve a world where they should be comfortable, where their rights should be properly expressed and protected at all costs, regardless of the religion, regardless of the society, the nation, or whatever belief you have. Their lives are forever scarred, their dreams shattered, and their future uncertain due to this endless wars, endless rioting, endless brutality meted in them. Now, but what makes this tragedy even more devastating and heart-wrenching is the exploitation of these children for propaganda purposes. Deliberate manipulation of their stories, images, and voices to further political agenda is not only morally reprehensible, now, but an affront to the very essence of humanity. Now, what is happening to children all over the world is really, really bad. Like, we need to talk about this. How can children keep paying the price of adults? How can children keep getting caught up in a war single-handedly created by adults, by people who were supposed to be in the right position to nurture these young ones, by people who were supposed to protect, who were supposed to create an enabling environment for these children to thrive. I mean, this whole thing is not it's escalating, and it's becoming terribly disturbing. And all of this serves to perpetuate the cycle of violence and suffering as those who should be well behaved. Yes, we expect the adults to be well behaved because we teach children to be well behaved. We teach them how to handle crisis in a more diplomatic way. We tell them what to do even when they are caught in a particular situation that seems quite overwhelming. But what do they get from adults? The reverse is the case. We must put a stop to this and put an end to it. We need to create a world where children are free. They are free to express themselves. They are free to nurture. They are free to thrive. I mean, we're making the world so bitter. We're making the world a terrible place for these young ones to live in. They wake up in the morning feeling fear. In fact, the sound of an airplane is like horror to most children. Yes, in certain parts of the world, the sound of airplanes, it's total horror to children. Well, the world power, everyone needs to be, their hands need to be on deck to look for a standing and a lasting solution. Now, when it comes to children, or let's say women and children, the girl child, children in general, when it comes to them, I find it deeply irritating when I see them being portrayed in a harrowing experience. Like when I see them being portrayed or projected in a way that seems to suit or seems to depict bitterness, hatred, or anger. And the worst of all, how can children keep dying because adults don't want to behave like human beings? Now you tell me, how can children keep dying, keep paying for the price of adults who don't want to behave like human beings? For adults who thinks that violence is the answer to everything. For adults who can amicably come together, sit on a table and talk about their differences and see how to harmonize it. No, it is high time that we started looking into this properly. It is high time because I don't want to wake up one day and find out that there is no child in the world anymore, or children of a certain race or of a particular nationality or extinct. Yes, that is exactly where we are heading to now. Extinction. Let us stand together as a global community and say no, absolutely no, to the use of children as instruments of war and propaganda. Let us ensure that every child's dream of a better world, free from shadows of war and manipulation, is achieved. Only then can we truly strive for a more just and compassionate world. Irrespective of your ideas, your religion, irrespective of my ethnicity or race, nationality, tribe, I positively stand with children all over the world. I will continue to use my voice to speak for them and call out oppressors and further seek ways to bring this exploitation to an end. Yes, whether it's a religious crisis, whether it's a riot, whether it's war, whether it's conflict even in the house, let's call out this and call a spade a spade. Please, children need our attention. They need our attention. They have the right to live. And we're happy if we all join hands together to bring this madness to an end. Children will forever be the future of this world, not just our nation, not just a country, but the future of the world. We need to protect them at all costs. We shouldn't use them as a pawn for war. We shouldn't use them as a means to get what we want by force. We shouldn't use them as an avenue to manipulate and cause crisis all over the world. We shouldn't use them to create bitter emotions in the hearts of people. And we're happy if we all join hands together to bring this madness to an end. Children will forever be the future of this world, not just our nation, not just a country, but the future of the world. We need to promote, we need to protect them. We need to protect them at all costs. We shouldn't use them as a pawn for war. We shouldn't use them as a means to get what we want by force. We shouldn't use them as an avenue to manipulate and cause crisis all over the world. We shouldn't use them to create bitter emotions in the hearts of people. Let's stand together as a global community and say no to the use of children as pawns of war or as instruments of war and propaganda. Yes. Please don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to this channel, and also drop a comment in the comment section and I need to know what you think about this video. we should protect our children. We should protect the children of the world at all costs. It's very important. Bye for now, and see you in my next video. Bye bye.